The Religious Freedom Restoration Act was passed by Congress in the 1990s and signed into law by President Bill Clinton. But now some want to chip away at it with another measure called the Do No Harm Act.
This bill would gut very important religious freedom protections for countless Americans, people of all walks of life, of Christians, Muslims, Jews, and so many others that throughout the 25-year history of the Religious Freedom Restoration Act have had their right to freely live out their faith protected against government efforts to tell them that they must violate their conscience or do something that violates their beliefs.
Matt Sharp with the Alliance Defending Freedom says the bill's name is misleading and would do great harm to people of faith.
For its 25-year history, the Religious Freedom Restoration Act has been used to, for example, protect the freedom of a Native American boy to be able to wear his hair long consistent with his faith. It's protected healthcare providers and individuals who objected to paying for contraceptions or abortions or things like that. And it even helps faith-based adoption providers be able to operate consistent with their faith while helping kids to find a forever home.
And it protected Hobby Lobby in a 2014 case that went all the way to the Supreme Court. The Affordable Care Act had mandated all employers fund insurance for abortion-inducing drugs. The owners of Hobby Lobby said doing this violated their religious conscience. And in a 6-2 vote, the court sided with them, citing RFRA.
Purpose of the Religious Freedom Restoration Act, RFRA, is to protect the rights of individuals of faith all across the country, regardless of what faith that is.
And according to Craig Parshall with the National Religious Broadcasters, this goes all the way back to the Founding Fathers.
If you look back to the original founding intention in the debates in Congress behind the writing of the First Amendment, what was in the minds of the founders as established in the congressional record at the time, it's real clear what they wanted to make sure was that government would never coerce a person to do or say or engage in something that violated their religious conscience.
Supporters of the Do No Harm Act believe RFRA is too often used as a weapon to discriminate against women, minorities, and the LGBTQ community. Both Parshall and Sharp disagree.
They're pushing this idea that RFRA is harmful, that it's being used to hurt other individuals, and that's simply false.
Right now, the Do No Harm Act has been introduced in both the House and the Senate, but so far only the House has held a hearing for it. In Washington, Jenna Browder, CBN News.